So I decided to do a little bit of an upgrade. I haven't really done any PC videos in a while. So what I decided to do is I decided to get the newest Alienware, what is this, the 16,000 DPI 510M mouse. Now, this mouse actually matches my new headset because it's part of Alienware's new suite. And they also have a new keyboard, but I'm not ready to replace this keyboard yet because I actually like this keyboard for now. It hasn't given me any problems. I wanted a new mouse. I noticed this one has more customizable buttons. And this mouse is different than my old mouse in that you can see physically, this one has more of a hump on the top. This one has way more of a hump on the top. This one is a good mouse. It's just that I have a big hand. And because I have a large hand, it's like there's no, how should I say, there's no rest for my hand. I have to keep my hand held just like this, and I have to artificially prop my hand up. Now this one has a little bit more of a hump, so there's more rest, as you can see. Like this is how I hold it right there, and if I rest my hand right on it, my hand rests right on it. But with this one, I have to hold my fingers like this, and there's nothing right beneath my index finger except space. So even though this is a good mouse, it's just not as comfortable. So I also had a couple of other issues with this mouse. Now, I've had this mouse, I think, about 2, possibly 3 years, maybe even 4 years at this point, because, you know, with COVID, time goes so quickly right now. But the automatic DPI switch is right here, which when you hit that way, it allows you to go to the lowest DPI, which is blue. The higher speed setting is the middle green, and then the highest speed setting is red, right? Now, this mouse does the exact same thing. I believe it has a DPI switch right here, and you just touch that, it goes to blue. If you push it forward, it goes green, and if you push it forward, it goes to yellow. So it's, once again, you get blue, you get green, then you get yellow. Now, you have to push this switch up and down in order to make that happen. Where in this switch, you just tap it left and right. Now, I guess left and right, maybe they redesigned it because some people were having trouble not hitting that switch if they put their finger on it, because there's also a scroll wheel switch here, and the scroll wheel can go left and right as well. And that can be programmed in-game as well as the scroll itself. There are 2 other buttons right here, 1 and 2, and I've had issues accidentally hitting these 2 buttons. I do appreciate these 2 buttons. You can use this one for back, you can use this one for forward. However, this mouse right here has 4 buttons. So now you have 4 programmable, or no, this button right here is not actually a real button. This is like a bumper. This little one right here is actually a bumper, but you have 3 programmable buttons here, and you still have your back and forward here. So because of the placement of these, it's a little bit better that it won't be hit by your thumb. I can't tell you how many times using this mouse I've accidentally gone back a page when I didn't want to. And in some web pages, it's really, really annoying to accidentally go back a page if you don't want to, because it's hard to go back forward. So this mouse is nice. I mean, I kind of did like the theme of having the triad symbol on the top. However, this mouse still maintains its 3 RGB lights, and it also has the Alienware logo right here. So when you go on to the Alienware Command Center, you can fully program your Alienware mouse. So you go to lighting, or where is it? FX lighting. And in FX lighting, you'll see that 2 mice are being registered right now. So there's also my keyboard. Some people have told me that they've had trouble with the FX system on their computers. I don't know if that's because you modified the computer or not, but typically that system, when you plug in one of these mice for the first time, that system is supposed to download itself. But I guess depending upon what firmware version you're using, sometimes you may have problems with it. Usually the Dell people can walk you through it and they can help you point you in the right direction of the download. But fortunately with this Alienware 51, I haven't had a problem with this new Alienware. I haven't had a problem with this new software kit. But where a lot of people have complained to me is because what they didn't have is they didn't have this one down here. Now, this is the old Alienware Command Center, and this one right here is the new Alienware Command Center. So the old Alienware Command Center that came with the Area 51, that's the one that right away sees all of the stuff that I have, except here's one thing I do notice. It doesn't see this new mouse. It only sees the old monitor, it sees the old desktop, and it sees the older keyboard, but it does not see this new mouse. So it only sees my old mouse, and it can only control the color settings for the old mouse. But the reason why I keep this, even though it hasn't been updated, is because this one allows overclocking, and it also allows access to thermal control. So when I go here, I can see thermal control, and when I go here to overclock, I can see all the settings of the CPU and the DRAM in overclock right here. So I'm keeping both command centers because the new equipment uses the new command center and the old equipment uses the old command center. So once again, I've tried to put links in my videos for people who are having trouble with these command centers. But ultimately, if a link doesn't help you, then there's nothing that you can do except for ask Dell for help, and then they'll point you in the right direction. So as for this mouse, what's this? Lighting settings. What we got here? Okay, so we got the 510 gaming mouse, and then we got the Alienware advanced settings. And then lighting, let's see, for lighting right here, when I go to lighting, I can see the lighting for the 510. And static default is blue. Then they have a morph setting where you can program each color. And then I can save the theme if I want. I don't really think I was using much of a theme with my other mouse, but to me, it doesn't really matter. But here you can see it morphs colors. Right now it's purple. Right now it's blue and such and such. I don't know what caused me to wait so long to get this mouse, because I could have gotten this mouse a long time ago. But for whatever reason, I just decided, I want a new mouse. And I definitely see one of the other things, this scroll wheel, after years of use, this scroll wheel has started to become less accurate. And this is a brand new scroll wheel, so now I have a brand new, more accurate scroll wheel. But I like the fact that this has 3 buttons. I'm sure when I'm playing DCS World, I'm going to figure out a way to use these 3 buttons. It'll probably be for zoom in, zoom out or something, or map views. But yeah, I'm not one of those people who wants one of those mouse types that has those huge keyboards on the side. 3 buttons is more than enough for me. This is a really nice mouse. I don't think I'm going to replace this keyboard anytime soon unless something actually happened to it, because this has been a very good, solid keyboard. This keyboard, this mouse combination have actually been quite good, but now I was just ready for something new. So this is my new mouse, and that's what I'm going to be using from now on. And thus far, it looks and feels really good, and it's definitely more comfortable for a larger hand. I definitely like that a little bit more. The only criticism I had is that with the new theme that they put out, it kind of felt like it was a little cheaper in design and a little cheaper in build than the older models. I kind of felt the older models felt like a little more substantial. I believe this is actually heavier. This older one is heavier than this. But this has the features that I really feel are better going forward. So I'm going to unplug this mouse, and I don't know what I'll do with it. Originally, the reason why I bought this was because I had a friend who said that her mouse wasn't working, and I was going to give her this one and buy myself the new one and upgrade while I give her this one. But, well, it's been good while it lasted, so we'll see what happens. But other than that, this computer's been doing great. I know a lot of people don't like Alienware because they don't like pre-builds, and then they try to make up all kinds of reasons why they don't like them. But the thing about it is this computer has got that 3090 RTX inside. Right now, you can't... And in fact, let me show it to you because I don't want to be talking out my ass. You can't even buy a 3090 right now because it's so hard to find these 3090. Look at that. Look at that. That's that 3090. I love that 3090. This thing was $1,955 with tax. And the sad thing is, because of these goddamn cryptocurrency miners and the scalpers, you can't even buy one of those cards right now because it's like they're all sold out. So I was very, very happy to be able to buy that for this system. That'll probably be the final upgrade I do for this system. And the reason why is because DDR5 memory is coming soon. And on top of DDR5 memory, you're going to have the new, 12th generation or 13th generation Intel CPUs. So this computer has served me very well. But right now, I'm going to wait. I'm going to buy a more advanced computer. And by that time, you'll probably have the 4090 RTX out. And when the 4000 series comes out, it's going to be way faster than this. And I'm just going to buy the top level card that I can buy. So I'll probably also upgrade the monitor. Hopefully they'll have a 4K gaming monitor by then, because right now they only still have 1440p monitors, even though it's a new design and it's a little bit bigger. This is the 34, but they have a 38, and you can get it off of eBay for about $1,000. But I'm going to wait and a couple of years, and then I'll rebuild the computer and I'll get the newest Intel Core i9, and it'll be liquid cooled, and the 4000 series that I buy will be liquid cooled. I just hope that the stupid cryptocurrency mining bullshit is over by then, because I don't want to have I don't want to have to worry about these damn crypto miners like jacking up prices on everything, because that is really, really, really annoying. But other than that, this computer has been working very well, and I've been enjoying it. And again, I should point out, the old Alienware Command Center does not recognize this new equipment. Somebody had asked me about that, and I didn't know what to tell them. But yeah, the old Alienware Command Center does not recognize the new equipment. But also, because they didn't program it in, the new Alienware Command Center doesn't recognize the old tower. Normally my tower would have been on this screen so I could adjust the lighting. So in order for me to adjust the lighting on the tower, I have to use the old command center, because the old command center recognizes it right away. So that's really annoying, but that's just what it is. I might write them a letter and say, excuse me, is there a way that you could please put the Area 51 into the new command center? But chances are somebody's already complained about it, and I don't know, maybe it's not compatible, maybe, because you got to remember, inside this computer, there are control boards in here, and those control boards control the RGB. So it's very possible that the old control boards aren't recognized and aren't compatible with the new command center. So that's just an issue. And a lot of people asked me that question, and that's the reason why I wanted to address it. So other than that, this computer's worked flawlessly, and besides having to use two different command centers to adjust the lighting, that's not really a big deal. This has been a really great desktop. This has been a really good gaming desktop. I believe that even when this computer is completely obsolete and the newest generation DDR5 and all that stuff comes out, what I'm probably going to do is use this as a streaming computer while I buy a new computer to play games on. And that computer probably won't have such a nice design, but I can use this computer specifically to stream. Maybe what I'll do is I'll use the space on this wall to set up a 50-inch television monitor or something like that. And if I do that, then I'll be able to stream on one and play games on the other. So we'll see how that works. But yeah, it's really good stuff. I'm actually very happy with it. Someday, I'll probably replace it. But thus far, it's going good. So I hope I answered a couple of questions, because a couple of you were asking me, why is it that this mouse and why is it that the new keyboard wouldn't show up in the old command center? So I hope I was able to answer that question for you.